Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Kevin. Today is the 25th of February 2021, and this is your morning message and meditation. So, how are you? I hope you all rested well and you're ready for whatever this Thursday presents to you. Um, Trying to recap on what happened. Oh, yes. Well, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, I have Certified Angel Guide that I now can tack onto my resume, if you will. And let's see, this happened yesterday. um, Many of you I've shared that I have studied with Mr. Kyle Gray, self-study course. I don't want anyone to be under the illusion that we were all in a classroom and he was in the front with the blackboard and chalk. No. um, but I have to say it was a course that I felt called to do, and after reaching out to his organization about how the cards that I have been using somehow spoke to me in a way that I had not experienced before, how was it possible to take another additional course? And of course, right afterwards came 3 seminars, conversations, questions, answer sessions with him, and I studied, I think, between September and November, somewhere in there, a number of YouTube videos, one of them being his 5 most influential books that he recommended. One of them I had read, Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahanta Yogananda. I think Paramahanta and Yogananda, it's tough for me to say that, and I'm sorry if I'm trouncing all over that name and the pronunciation. The other being You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, which came out in the 80s, oddly enough. I read it the first time and loved it, and I have followed Louise Hay off and on for the last 20 plus years. So it all was beginning to tumble into place. I had said earlier at the end of last year that I wanted to dedicate 2021 just to love, period. Associate myself with it, to project it, and to do all things loving for all people. And no coincidence that the seminar should pop up, and then the opportunity to take Certified Angel Guide course. There was a little bit of hesitation, only through fear of, well, it is an investment, financial investment, at a time that most folks are experiencing financial difficulties and challenges, myself included. One of the things that I want to work on, would like to work on, and seems like I've spent my life working on is unresolved financial, being more financially secure, debt, credit, all that kind of thing. I'm a little bit dense when it comes to that, bit behind the 8 ball. Appreciative for it, but needless to say, it has been a little challenge. So all that to say, this course popped up and reminds me of a quote that says, when one door closes, another one opens. I think the one thing I'd like to share is that when the teaching of yoga, which is one part of the whole entire process, yoga meaning to join up the mind, the body with the spirit, but to go within yourself, to seek out the shifting and shaping of the life we've come to do. when the physical part of that work ended, I found myself wondering, well, what do I do now? And knowing that the doorway to that would be presented, it would open, without a doubt, that I knew that at some point or another my pathway forward would present itself in good time, appropriate time, and there would be a feeling about it. And this was it, even up to and including the beginning of February, where I still was unclear, but what were we doing, and where was I going with this? So this course, at the very beginning, 2 weeks ago, when I signed up, I think it was, I wasn't sure what I would do with it. And that's the thing I'm going to share with you. Being present to the right now is actually the most valuable place that exists. The human conditioning, programming, if you will, begins to lean into the outcome. What do we get from this? Or what's in it for us? What's in it for me? What do I get out of it? How is it going to land up? And I also believe, especially in the workplace, up to now, we've had systems in place which have worked, like a hierarchy. And I've been part of that ladder, the corporate ladder, if you will. You know, to get an entry-level job way back when, 60s, 70s, somewhere like that, doors were opening for minorities to step into it, beginning with women. Women were never raised to the ability to become CEOs or presidents unless they own their organization. And even those women that were powerful enough to get in front of it, and the person that comes to mind are people like Oprah Winfrey, Martha Stewart, and many others. I'm sure there are many others. Louise Hay is another one. Had to still follow this hierarchy that society and culture had put into place. And then came the minority groups of African Americans, people of color, and of course, you know, our Latin brothers and sisters, Hispanic brothers and sisters, and now we're still facing that. So all that to say, we've been raised with the idea that a certain iconic look, lifestyle, whether that goes with zip code, clothing, present, whatever that is, comes with this idea that we have to rise up to become this. So it's more about the becoming of it, the end of it, this thing that we're going to be, than it is the journey to get there. And what this course has taught me, or what this latest shutdown, if you will, the COVID, whatever that is, that has shaken my personal snow globe, has let things land where they've landed. The biggest lesson I can share with you, the nugget I can give you, is complete and full acceptance of everything as it is, including things that you may not particularly feel works for you. We tend to look at things as saying, well, if it doesn't work, it's wrong, it's bad, it's terrible, you shouldn't do it, because we want the world to be tainted with our color. However, when you learn, and we'll do it hopefully in this meditation this morning, to look through different eyes and see through a different lens and come from a different point of view, it changes, it shifts. During this course, there was an exercise where I invited to allow a guardian angel to come in. That was profound for me. I felt it. I felt it simply because I've done channeling, so I know what the feeling is of when a entity, a spirit, is coming. I can feel it. And it's up to me, to be fully present to my mind and my body and all of that. So if I choose that it's okay for this energy, vibrational energy, if they're able to lower down to the vibrational energy of the human, I can open up and let them in and feel okay with it. Um, and I had that experience where I got to see through the eyes of, or the presence of, I can't really see physical eyes, just the presence of an angel, and see what they see and see how they view the world. It's quite different. It's different in so much that it's always looking at things through the lens of, well, let's put it this way. If you've ever held up a cell phone or a camera or got into photography, there's what you physically see with your eyes right here. And then there's this image that you get when you put the camera up and you look through that lens and you see the set, if you will, the image. And there's a shift. If you've got one of those modern iPhones, I do, when you push picture, photo, it's this way. You push video, it changes. It goes closer, opens up more, something happens, and the image is different. Add on to that is when you capture that image and you put it in digital form, then you see it on a screen, it's different again. And if you go and print it and you look at that photo, it's different again. So this is just a little silly exercise for you. It's not silly, but just an exercise to you get the point of how to see things in a different way. I learned a long time ago they're filters. And the filter is depending on where you are right at that moment. So if your energy is coming from a place of frustration, anger, sadness, somewhere that's below where you would normally be, it's not happy or grateful, it's, in there. I call it the ditch. When you're in that emotional ditch, whatever you see, whatever you view, whatever you say, whatever you do, has that filter. It comes from your position of feeling like you're in a ditch. When you are happy, running, doing your thing, putting on music, meeting everybody you meet's wonderful. You've found the love of your life, or you've discovered you've got this job that 1,000 people were interviewing for. You've raised your vibration. Your filter and what you see and experience is different. So as an exercise, when you go look at photographs or you go look at something you've seen all the time, something you see every day, look at it again and see if you see anything different. See if you find anything more interesting in what you're looking at. It could be the way to work. It could be a billboard. It could be a shop window. It could be a tree. And right now, here in the Mid-Atlantic area, the trees are beginning to open from buds. They're beginning to see, sunshine. It's time to grow. It's time to open. The spring's coming. All that to say, that's very similar to how channeling works. You get to a point where you have to filter out anything that may be getting in the way you feel, things going on. You've got to get that off. And then you're free to see, view, read through the eyes of whatever spirit wants to come talk. I think, I've gotten goosebumps. I think that's about right. Anyway, let's get on to the cards we've got today. This is the one that I pulled for myself. Angelic Protection. It's the same card that we do the prayer of protection depicting Archangel Michael, which again, interesting. Jennifer Hawkgard and Mr. Gray sees Archangel Michael, which is this angelic protection. That's the archangel that works for protecting, pulling things off, keeping us away from people, places, situations that we don't need and care for. But notice it is seen, he sees, they see this Archangel Michael as being a African American gentleman, and or dark skinned. But then I'm looking at it again. My first impression when I first saw this, and this is the card that jumped out at me when I opened the deck, I was blown away. Like, oh, it was just, and every time for that first few days, I kept shuffling cards and pulling cards. This is the one that kept popping up. My initial reaction to seeing this was that singer, Seal. It just reminded me of his face. And I really don't know whether or not he's, his roots are African American or Caribbean or West Indian. I mean, I really don't know. I'm not sure that really matters, because this is an artistic rendition of what Archangel Michael looks like to those folks. That's the point. Often what we see is filtered through what we think we know, what we believe, our systems. And what I'm inviting you to do is see things differently. Look at things in a way that you may not have looked at before. Don't make it mean anything. We try to fit things into boxes, and I think that's partly why we get stuck in stuff. Those boxes, those rigid frames. Pull the frame apart, see what's there. Right, so your card today for everybody is, no joke, the Guardian Angel. Pops up, has popped up a lot. Yesterday we had the card of the learning experience. If you remember the picture of the woman with the light lantern. I had several questions that popped up yesterday about business things, money, that kind of thing. And that card, doesn't matter how many times I shuffle backwards, forwards, sideways, upside down the head, it kept popping up, the same one over and over and over. A learning experience. It really then spoke to me, what does this mean, a learning experience over and over and over again? Treat it like that. Sifting through what and taking what you need and leaving everything else away. All right. The Guardian Angel lets you know that you're never by yourself, you're never on your own. There's always an energy present, ready to help you accomplish what you need to accomplish. So if you've got something on your mind, something that you've been bothered by, toyed with, stuck on, you can certainly call the this angel protection, Archangel Michael, to remove the binds that keep you stuck to it, take it away, because it doesn't serve you. And know that your guardian angel is actually with you, wants to get to know you. And here's what I learned about mine is they've been there all the time. So at first it was a quick shift into, well, how come I didn't know? And really the answer was we weren't paying attention. And I just wasn't paying attention. Simple. Not at the right place, not at the right time. I don't know what that was all about, but needless to say, they were there. I just wasn't paying attention. So today, set yourself some time. Choose a time that you know that you don't have meetings, that you're not really doing much of anything. And I'd say if you are in an area of the world that is experiencing sunshine, blue skies, warmth, go find that place. I'm urged, and I'm seeing an image of a tree, a big mighty oak or something of that nature. It has some really solid roots. You could stand in front of the tree, lean against the tree, or just perch yourself underneath it if you've got something comfy. And then just watch the view that you see, and then use the trunk of the tree as an opening situation for your guardian angel to come visit. Just know that you've got strength in you and the power to be able to pull these energies into you. Give over, give up, and turn over everything that you wish to release, let go of, including, if you're looking for a different job, if you're wanting another experience, it's a mixture of, if it's coming from a place of love and you can see it, you believe you deserved it, and you believe you worked hard for it, then it should be yours. If you're coming from a place of lack, remember those two words, they both begin with L and they've got 4 letters in them: love and lack. If you come from an energy of love, it's for you. If you're coming from an energy of lack, you've got to learn from it. Why do you feel you come from lack? Especially when you look at things that you don't believe you could achieve. In order to achieve anything, you have to believe that you can. That's the challenge. We don't. We want it, we see it, we'd like to have it, we just don't believe. So just write down, to achieve, you have to believe. One does not work without the other. Okay. They say if you can conceive, you will achieve. Yeah, but you've also got to believe it. All right, let's do our reading for the day, and then we'll do our meditation. Oops. Well, I don't really want that. There we go. Where's my book? Oh, I started tidying up yesterday. One of the things I want to work on, excuse me, while I reach over here. My watch is talking to me. This is weird. Even a minute of breathing helps creativity. Well, okay, fine. I love these Apple Watches because you push this breathe thing and it pulsates and you feel it vibrating on your wrist. Weird. I haven't done the EKG thing yet with the 6. I'm going to do it, but a little bit worried about what might come up because, artificial intelligence does tend to throw a curveball in things. All right, let's read for today. Amy's asleep. She's resting. Sometimes when we're meditating, she's in such a deep sleep she snores. I find myself like trying to reach over here while we're asleep and do this kind of thing to stop her, but it's okay. All right. Learn to help yourself heal. I feel a heaviness in my lungs, almost a pain. The next day, I find myself crying, discharging old grief and sadness. On another occasion, I feel sharp pangs in my stomach. Within days, denied rage begins to surface and the pain subsides. My headache pounds, throbs. Hours later, I feel the fear I've been running from. I feel the energy in my body shifting, moving, taking new shapes. Over the next month, I'm led into a cycle, a new season in my life. Some of the pains and illnesses we suffer are indications of acute physical problems. They're signs that our body has broken down and we need medical attention. But many of the aches and pains we experience are symptoms of a deeper process, a process of healing and cleansing our heart and soul. As we go through our daily experiences, circumstances will trigger this healing. Someone says something that makes us feel angry or afraid, which triggers a feeling similar to one we repressed years ago. Or a conversation causes us to remember something that hurts us long ago, and our body begins to release the pain of that old emotion. Sometimes our aches and pains are signals that some emotion is ready to surface. We need to acknowledge the feeling, feel the energy, let it pass through us, then watch for the lesson to appear and the pain to dissipate. If we are committed to a path of spiritual growth, our bodies will soon begin to use everything that happens as a vehicle for healing. Trust yourself and listen, and you'll know what to do. You'll find healing and healers and help and helpers that will support you as you continue to discover and trust your soul. Remember to trust the simple everyday wisdom of your body. It's a barometer for your soul. I love that. Trust the elements and energies of your body because it's a barometer for your soul. Yes, so you get trapped energy. Feels awkward. Your stomach turns over. It's time to release. Things like nausea, digestional issues, releasing, letting go. Don't need it. Goodbye. Our bodies are so intelligent. I've talked about this before. We're not even conscious of all the work it does. The kidneys and the liver and the pancreas and all those organs that know exactly what they've got to do, and they keep doing it. Keep on working, whether we're aware of it or not. Even from babies, these things function. We're not telling them, you need to process the food I'm eating, or you need to filter out whatever this is I've done. It's weird too. We know when we're putting in something. I had a conversation yesterday with someone talking about addiction, and there's different ways of looking at addiction. The emotional way, which is really the root, and then the physical way, what you get from it. Needless to say, if you do it enough, your body now begins to believe that it needs it to function. Same with prescription medication. I take them. At one time I didn't want to, and I stopped taking them. Decided, well, I don't need these. I don't want to put all that in my body. There's more chemicals. Yeah, the challenge was I had become, my system needed it. They needed help. And by not taking them, by taking myself off them, by believing that I was more intelligent than my body, and certainly more intelligent than the doctor, and I didn't need to take these things, right? You come on. Well, I did. Well, very quickly, inside of 30 days, my entire system was right at the point where this is dangerous. My heart, blood pressure, all those other levels were way out of whack. I didn't know it. I didn't feel any different. But all the signs and symptoms and the tests. So that's a little side note, but just the body's really super intelligent. I think it is good to find a doctor that you trust, someone that gets you, knows you, listens to you, and is on the same page as you. But you've also got to be on the same page with medicine. And I love the way our culture's moving towards a little holistic, little science, and it's sort of doing this right now. It's a lovely blend because I think they should work together. All right, let's get on with our meditation. So feet flat on the floor. And for this morning, follow your breath in and out. Nice big breath in, fill up, let all that go in and fill all the pockets of your fingers and toes and cells. Give them some oxygen. Let all that go. Physically settle in with your feet flat to the floor. Allow your palms to open, face upward. Just take a few moments to let your mind, your consciousness settle into where you are right now. The way that the energy of the room feels against the surface of your skin, the way that you're tethered, grounded, attached to the earth. That's either seated on the floor in lotus position or seated in a chair with your back straight. Allow your spine to be straight, long, tall. You can move your shoulders up and back if you want to open your chest and your upper back. Take a few brief moments to scan your body from the inside, from the intuition. Breathe into the spaces that feel tight and stuck. As you exhale, release the trapped energy that's there. And we'll begin. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the ties that bind us to people, places, situations, stories, drama, and all the unnecessary rubbish we no longer need or want or no longer serves our purpose. Thank you for cutting these ties now. I declare that I'm awake, safe, and free. And so it is. Place your hands over your heart. You can repeat after me or to yourself. I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Wherever love flows and goes, fear is a stranger. Love flows through me and love is here. And so it is. Now imagine your body attracting a beautiful golden light coming from source energy way above you in the ethers. Begin to see this golden light filling your body, filling your heart, extending beyond your skin, this energy is the energy of love. It contains the highest, purest vibration there is. Now we'll do the angel prayer. Thank you, angels, for reminding us of your presence. And for revealing what we need to know. I am willing to listen and to receive. So it is and so shall it be. Bring your hands back down to a comfortable spot, hopefully palms facing upward. Connect your mind and your consciousness to your heart. Down inside your rib cage, inside your heart chambers, is your eternal flame, the one that has always been lit. The eternal flame that's connected to the ethical cord that tethers you to the universe and has tethered you to the universe since you were initially created. Along with this light, this cord, is your guardian angel, also known as your twin soul, also known as part of your higher self. Imagine going down into the depths of your heart, you can call it the cavern of your heart. Just get comfortable. Just imagine a circle of light, a ball of light, out in front of you. Allow this additional ball of light to mirror your own. And see the ball of light traveling down the cord into your heart. Imagine this ball of light in your own eternal light, identical. Notice there's no difference between you, this other ball of light. This ball of light represents your guardian angel. As you practice visiting the cavern of the heart, using the energy of love and light, all fears, all doubts are released. Know that your twin soul, your guardian angel, reflects the same energies as you. Your twin soul and your guardian angel is showing you they are experiencing, which is a reflection of what you are experiencing. Know that they are just as curious. About you, wanted to connect more with you, wanted to have your experience as you are with them. Know that you are able to act upon, conduct, and accomplish much on the spirit physical plane. In return, your spirit guide, your guardian angel, is capable and able to accomplish much on the spiritual plane. Ask of your guardian angel what you wish to desire from spirit. If it's deeper clarity, if it's more spiritual awareness, if it's a recognizable connection, practice being clear and specific about your requests. Know that your guardian angel understands everything. Your guardian angel's purpose is to bring you all that is for your highest good. Your energy and your guardian angel's energy are one. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center if you feel complete. Bring your awareness back to where you are in the room. Lift your thumb knuckles between your forehead center. All the light, the goodness, and the love within me honors the same within all of you. And together let's bow and say namaste. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me bring you there. Trying to see if there's anything I want to add to that meditation. No, I think it's complete. Have a great Thursday. Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with your other self. The two sides of you, spiritual side, the physical side, and work on blending the two together. All right? I love you. Have a great day. Enjoy whatever you do. Bye.